Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Marky Marks Tarot. Mm-hmm. I wish. Okay. Totally forgot about that shit. For fuck's sake. So annoying. It's fucking dark in here. So. Cool, that's more better. Oh, for fuck's sake. In preparation. Oh my god. It's so freaking annoying. What? No. Alright, cool. I think I'm up to date on that. Alright, cool. Okay. Okay. That's done. Okay, cool. All right. Fucking weird. Pretty fucking weird. Come in there, no safe box. Stay over here. So, something. Yes. Oh, boy. Okay. I don't have my pen. Shit. Okay. Man. So fucking annoying. Hey Nina, how you doing, sweetheart? How's everything? I had burritos today, and I said Nina would be proud of me. Um, okay. All right. And making meatloaf. Oh, nice. I used to love making meatloaf and having it, but everybody got turned off from it. It's like they didn't want meatloaf anymore. Because one thing, like when everybody gets like everybody here that I eat with, and like my sister and my nephews, like they'll eat something for a while, and they're like, I don't feel like it no more. So me, I'd eat it no problem. Like, hey Vicky, how you doing, sweetheart? You all right? So yeah, like I wish I can eat more. I mean, I could. I don't have to like eat with everybody, but sometimes people just I like turkey meatloaf, and I put like stuffing in there and stuff, and a little bit of ketchup on the top, and mushrooms and all that. And I was like, ew, mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. So it's like, you know what? I ain't eating around you damn people no more. So I kind of get pissed, like, 'cause no one wants to eat like the decent foods anymore. All right, let me log out of this. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling better and positive. It's good to feel that way, because then good things start to happen because you're not complaining. You know, sometimes it's not worth complaining or thinking about things that we can't control. We can't control people, what they say, what they do. You know, I tell people all the time, like you know, with my sister's divorce, I watch things happen that I don't agree with, and there's nothing I can do about it. Because if I do, I'm gonna pay consequences that I don't need to be dealing with. So I just keep to myself. I know that God has a plan for the evil and the wicked. So I just like, just sit back and watch the whole thing unfold and be well enough alone, and that's it. Do what I have to do to make myself happy. Sometimes you can't do nothing, you just have to wait, or you just have to do nothing at all. Sometimes no answer is an answer. I've been preaching that a lot lately. But there's only so much you can do, so much you can tolerate. But I always tell everybody being positive is the best thing you can do. Yeah, I just finished telling my friend that today, that she had some regrets about having someone around her. And I said, look, it's just a life lesson. You just have to learn the lesson not to allow people in your life that deep. Even though they may think or may feel like, the person's decent, at the end of the day, just keep to yourself and don't let nobody in, that you don't really know like that. I think everybody gets caught up emotionally with certain people, and like, they start to open up because they're in a vulnerable state of mind or vulnerable emotional confusion. And they just, you get to know each other, and then next thing you know, the person turns on you. That's not really, uh, a big deal. It's just, it's not like you're giving the person your fucking passwords or something. Like, they don't really know you like that. So then fuck them. Some people just have to learn that you can't always allow people into your life that don't deserve to be in there. And the people that are in your life, you don't have to lie to them. Just don't tell them nothing. When they ask, say, look, that's my business. I'm sorry. I'm not asking you about yours, and I don't care what you're doing anyway. I'll be your friend and all that, but don't ask me nothing personal. And I'm not telling you no personal shit. See, that's how I am. Like, I don't really go around like telling random people my shit. Like, I don't fucking know you. And I only speak when spoken to. So you speak to me, I'll speak to you. If you don't speak to me, then I ain't got nothing to tell you. I'll have a chat and whatnot, but that's about it. I've learned my lesson. I think we're at the age where, you learn. Yeah, guard up and arm on. and I got my sword in one hand and my shield on the other. I'm gonna push the shield forward and get back. You don't want to get back. I've got this sword here. I'm gonna cut you off, and you're not gonna like it. Yeah, but it's a process we go through. We just, even at this age in my 40s, I still have to deal with it. I still gotta like allow myself to learn a lesson when it comes to people. I learned that valuable lesson these past 2 years. I was working, doing a big job, and I met a lot of people, and I had to like I got connected with some people and got attached to friendships and things like that. Next thing you know, they all turned on me, and then next thing you know, I don't even know who they are anymore because they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna take what we can from this guy, and we're going." Okay. Now, if I would have known that, but see, we don't really know. So, like I said, life is a lesson. We have to like some people come in our people. A friend of mine used to say, "People come in your life for a reason or a season." Hey, G, how you doing? You all right, man? Yeah, exactly. You got to keep to yourself, and if not, then your business goes all over the place, and then you're sitting there like, "What did I do wrong?" Or "Why would this person do this to me?" See, it's difficult to because if you're a good person, you continue to be good to somebody that you know is not even good, but you're not really, you just got suspicions, but you're trying not to be negative. So it's a big challenge every day to be a good person because you want to be good to everyone, but the person you're being good to might not be good back and might fuck you over in a year's time or a week's time or a month's time. They could be, a spy. They can be somebody who wants to ruin your life. They can be somebody who wants to, leech off of you or be we have to learn like that, we have to keep people at a distance. We can't open up too much. You know what I mean, G? And as you get older, you're gonna see, like, cause I dealt with it. And I'm in my 40s, like I said, and I deal with it still to today. It's sad because you feel like you've learned throughout your lifetime, but you're gonna get caught up with another person again that you're gonna end up cutting off, or you're gonna end up talking about, or you're gonna end up saying "f you" to, and and then disconnecting from that person and sitting back and saying, "Why does this happen to me?" Well, it happens to you because you're a good person and you want to be good to everybody, but you can't. You can't be good to everybody. The only person you're supposed to be good to is you. And by being good to yourself is limiting the amount of people in your life. The less people you have, the best your life is going to be. I learned that the hard way. I'm the type of guy I love hanging around people. I love being with my friends. I love having family around. I always I love my nephews, and I do a lot of things for everybody, and I'm always like the helper, the guy everybody can rely on. What the fuck these people doing for me? Nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna limit what I do for people. And then they just left me alone. They were like, Mark ain't doing nothing for me no more, so I don't need him. Good. Now I can focus more on myself. I'm not gonna sit back here and say, "Oh, well, I'm a friend." I don't give a shit. I realize that the less friends I have, the better my life has been. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you're the same, almost the same age bracket. So you've been through it. You know. I feel like once you reach 40s, like you pretty much learned your lesson and you just disconnect and say, you know what, I need to focus on myself. If you do it early, it's even better. But it's still difficult because people go in and out of your life. Then you have different jobs, you have different clients, you have different people. Then you meet somebody, and then you give them the time of day, and then bang, it goes shit. Or there's people out there. I mean, I have a few friends that I've known all my life, and they're still my friends. I was at the grocery store today, at a grocery store I don't even go to. I went in there and I saw a guy that I went to army with. I've known him like for the past maybe 35 years. He said, "Hey, what's up, Mark?" I was like, "Yo, what's up, bro? Cool. I haven't seen him for years." But I'm not gonna sit there in the aisle in the grocery store and say, "Yeah, I've been doing this. I did that. I cut my nails today. I took a shit. I went and done dinner." I'm not gonna tell you my business. I don't fucking care. Hey Ninja, what's up? Yeah, I'm on early. It's been raining here all day again, so I've been kind of like blah. So it's difficult to I'm good, well rested, and did a lot of shopping today with my sister. Had a good day with my sister today. We had a great time, laughed a lot, did grocery shopping. We went and bought new floor. We bought like this vinyl floor, not a wooden floor, but a vinyl floor for our games room area. So we had a good time. We got a good deal. Everything's happening. Things are going really well, and I'm trying to stay, as positive as I can for my sister and my family and my friends and for myself, my nephews. I'm just trying to do everything I can to make everybody happy. It's not my job to, but I want to. Oh, okay. Well, you can't get no sun here. The sun hasn't been out all week. From Sunday was the last time I saw sun on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, and today, it's been nothing but rain, nonstop. Last night at 4 o'clock in the morning, the rain was so hard, hitting the house so hard that I woke up, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And then I listened. I was like, "Oh shit, that's the rain," because I had my AC on, right, so I don't really hear too much. But it rained so hard that it woke me up out of my sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning. Then I went back to sleep, and about 6:30, it poured again, like super hard. Then when I woke up finally around 7, I come downstairs and then I open the door and it's still raining, but not as hard. Then like 8 o'clock, the heavens opened up again. Bang, it poured. And it's been raining like off and on all day. It's finally stopped now. I would say for the past, it's like 9 o'clock here now. Yeah, I would say like it last rained around like maybe 3 o'clock. So, but here in Bermuda, we need the rain because the rain goes on top of our roofs, it goes down the pipes and underneath our house to a water tank. So when it doesn't rain, we have to buy water. If it doesn't rain for a long period of time, like it has, I almost had to buy water, but not anymore. And nobody has to buy water for a while now because it like pretty much filled the tank. We have like I would say 10,000 gallon tanks or more. Some people have big ass tanks. I would say ours is about maybe 20,000 gallons because this is a big ass house. Hey Oxy, how you been? Yeah, really, yeah. If you go on YouTube, it says Bermuda roofs catching water. You'll see. So, we have to buy well water, which is not fresh water. So we try to avoid that. I'm doing great, thanks. Good to see you. How's the job hunting? Good? Or did you how's the job? So yeah, we here in Bermuda, our roofs have like gutters and they catch the water and it goes down a pipe into a big ass tank. I would say our tank here is probably 20,000 gallons at least when it's full to the top. My parents have like maybe a 15,000 gallon or maybe something like that. So the more it rains constant like that, the more we have fresh water and clean water. It's pretty much organic, like they say. So we just filter it and just drink it. It's no problem. Nobody gets sick or nothing like that. You just have to have a clean tank. So every like 5 years we clean it. But it's really good water. We need it to bath, we need it to cook, we need it to drink, we need it to clean. So every house in Bermuda has a tank beneath the house. I see how you guys out in the States have basements. We don't have basements. Our basement is our water tank. So we have a pump in a room next to the tank that sucks the water out of the pump and runs it through the house. So these last 3 days, it's pretty much filled tanks. So everybody's happy because it's liquid gold, you know. Slow, but I have 2 interviews this Friday, although I'm not sure if it's a good job for me. Let's see. Okay, Oxy. Well, at least you have some interviews coming. That's a good sign. But it's better than nothing, you know. It's better than nothing. At least you have something, you know. At least you got a job. At least you're not jobless, and at least you might get something. You might find out that it might be better. It might be good. I think a lot of the times we worry too much, and we don't try, and we don't like want to. I think sometimes we're too picky. I was like that at one point, but at least it's something. Whatever, if it pays the bills, then we got to do it sometimes. And I think I also believe that sometimes we have to do a job for a little bit until we find something better. Like sometimes it's not really the right time, the right place, the right area, and then all of a sudden, bang, you get your dream job or something. I went through that before I went on my own. Before I started my own business, I did the shittiest jobs going because I didn't want to start a brand new job. So I took on like part-time work and little shitty jobs that I would do just to get me over. And then I was waiting to get my car, my tools, so I can go on my own. So like 3 months before I went on my own, I had like shitty ass jobs that I didn't want to do, but I just did it in the meantime, just so it pays the bills. And then now I've been on my own for 16 years. September will be 16 years I've been working for myself, and it was the best decision I ever made. Even though sometimes it's annoying, and you deal with stupid people, and you deal with stupid companies, and but that's normal. Every job has ups and downs. Every company has ups and downs. Every job is going to be like not perfect. So yeah, it was a huge achievement, and it's I appreciate it. But I went through a lot. My parents didn't believe in me. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're making a big mistake." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Thanks for the encouragement." I love when people tell me I can't do it, or they don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm like, "Okay, do you really think that? That's great motivation. Thank you." So I prove them wrong. I live for it. I live to prove people wrong. Because if you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna do it just to show you I can do it. And I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna say, "See, I told you." And they'll be like, "Arr." Well, Ninja, that's how it goes, And somebody else's job is when somebody leaves a job, it's a job for someone else. That's how it is. Like people leave jobs and create jobs and start and finish jobs every day. And when somebody dies, somebody's got to do that person's job. So every day there's always a job out there to get. You just have to find it. It has to find you sometimes. It's like me, I'm in the maintenance department. My business is a maintenance business, and the reason why I made it a maintenance business because I want to do everything. I want to paint. I'll do carpentry, masonry, construction, electrical, power washing, whatever. I do whatever. My first business card said willing to do whatever. So people are like, "Oh, really? Look, I got this real dirty ass job to do. Can you do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't give a shit." Put on my boots, put on some old shitty clothes, and power wash decks and get dirty, splashed all up in my face. I don't care. As long as you're paying me, we're good. I don't do it anymore because that was when I first started. I would do anything. Now I select the work I want. And if I feel I don't want to do it, then I won't do it. Simple. When you work for yourself and you're established at a point and you get yourself to a good point, you don't even have to work every day. You just work when you want to, or you do what you want to. And that's the stage I'm at now. I bust my ass these past 2 years a lot. And I made good money, and now I can like relax this year and not work as hard. But I'm also not spending, outrageous money because I know that, if I want to live a decent way, then I can't overspend and just spend all the money I just made. Yeah, money is money as long as you make it and you save it. The key is to save it so you can relax eventually. In 20 more years, I'll be retired. I hope. I hope so. Yeah. But even if I'm not, I don't care. I'll still work. My dad worked till like 74 or something like that. He's good in 80. He worked right up until like 74, 73 or something like that. He couldn't stay home, so he just kept working. He had an easy job towards the end, obviously. But this year I've been working, but not as hard and not as often because I bust my ass for the last 2 years and I did a lot of work and I saved my money because I couldn't go away because I wasn't vaccinated. And now I am back. Now I can go away because they allow people to go away now who don't have the vaccine. And that was like a blessing to me. I used that as motivation too. I said, "Oh, I can't go away to the United States if no vaccine. Good. For the next umpteen whatever time it is, was 3 years exactly, pretty much." And I was like, "Okay, well, for the next 3 years, I'm gonna work hard, save my money, and then when I'm ready to go on vacation, I'm gonna have a really, really nice vacation." So you guys just did me a favor by me not entering in your country. But when I do go, I'm gonna have a great time because I'm gonna save all my money and work hard, and to hell with all of you. And I'm still not gonna get that shit. And now it's irrelevant, like I told everybody it would be. But everything works out if you just allow it to. You have to have a plan. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Yeah, well, I pretty much knew it was, and obviously it's gonna go back to normal one day. And now that it has, no one talks about it, no one cares, no one says much. I was at the grocery store today and I saw like people with masks on and shit, and I started laughing. I'm like, well, go for it. You want your mask, and you go ahead and have it. I don't knock anybody for getting vaccines and all that masks and all that shit, but it's irrelevant. It's really stupid. So get over it now. It's finished. But if I say anything, people get mad at me and all that. I'm like, oh, get mad at me then. I already told people your belief in God is all you need. You don't need no vaccine. You don't need a mask. Just believe that you're not going to get anything and don't be an idiot and do things to get it. What the fuck is your problem, man? How hard is that to believe and how hard is that to understand? Don't you have a brain? Like when I saw people with their masks on in the store today, I was like, what the fuck are you people doing? Yeah, G, I know people got it. And I like I said, I'm not against it, because I know people, had to get it or else they would lose their jobs. And see, I never got COVID and I never got the vaccine. Never. I never got anything because I didn't. I was lucky. I was one of the lucky people who never got it. And it was because of my belief. If you believe it, you'll receive it. And this is why I'm glad that God used me as an example. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't. go by that, and they, and also I work for myself, so it's different for me. I didn't have to. My job is me. Yeah, we are. You're right, G. We are, but we have to make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? I know that people had to do things, and when I was 18, here in Bermuda, we had to go to the army. It was mandatory. When you been 18, if you weren't going to college, or if you didn't have like a medical condition, you had to go to the army. So I got enrolled to the army at 18, going 19, and I was there for 3 years, and it was mandatory. I had to go. And people skipped, people did everything they could. But it was a thing. Now it's not mandatory, and it hasn't been mandatory for over 10 years, or more than that, maybe 15 years. But there's a lot of things I had to do, and we have to do. But unfortunately, we have to do it, or else we suffer consequences. And another thing is, a lot of people who got, the people who get the vaccine, it doesn't affect everybody. It affects some people, and then it doesn't affect others. And a guy said something very interesting on TikTok. He said, if you get the vaccine, just convert it into water in your body, in your mind. So you like, if you're like a spiritual person, or you're a believer in God, or whatever, or whoever you believe in. And it made sense to me when he said it, because you can say, just say, look, please God, I got to take this shit, because I'm going to lose my job, and I don't really know what to do. So when this shit goes in my body, make sure it don't fuck me up. Like, make sure I don't get sick. Please don't let me die. You can say all those things. It might work, it might not. But you can just say it in your mind, like, I hope it turns into water in my body, or it turns into blood, or whatever, and it's not going to affect me. And I know a lot of people who got the vaccine and it didn't affect them. But it affects certain people, unfortunately. Yeah. And that's all you can do. Even before the vaccine, when you go on an airplane, when you get into your car every day, when you go on your motorcycle, when you walk down the street, you can die. So vaccine or not, COVID or not, sickness or not, a healthy person could run down the street and get a heart attack. There's only one thing that's guaranteed in everybody's life, is death. You will die. No matter what happens. You can be healthy all you want. Somebody can go into like how these idiots are going into the world. They go into a mall and start shooting random people. How many of those people that died in malls and schools over the past umpteen years were innocent, decent people that didn't have no sickness, and they were perfectly fine? You see what I mean? So this is all life things. Hey, Ali, how are you? How you doing? Yeah, Vicky, it does still affect certain people. It's sad that it's doing that to people, but I know that's this is the world. Yeah, it's true. That's why I live my life to the fullest as much as I can, and I don't really complain too much, because I just ask God to let me help everybody and spare my life as much as He can. If He has to take it, He has to. I can't do nothing about it. My time is my time. You're here today, gone tomorrow. But at the end of the day, I ask Him to spare my life so I can help my family and help everybody around me. I'll be the last one. That's cool. If I have to watch everybody go before me, then that's life. That's what I have to do. If He wants me to be that person, I'll volunteer. I told Him I want to be around to help everybody. Keep me here, and I'll make sure that I help everybody, and I'll make sure everybody's okay. And I'll make sure that I do my duty. I'm going to sin like everybody else. I'm not perfect, but I'm going to try to do what I have to do to make God happy and myself and everybody around me. But it's not easy right now. A lot of people mentally can't handle it. They can't handle what's going on in the world. So they rebel, they give up, they commit suicide. They just give up on their families and friends, or they just turn to drugs, alcohol. It's sad. Like I don't want to see that. I don't want to see people, resort to that. But it's what happens. Unfortunately, it's happening every day. Yeah, life is too short, but we can do everything we can to make life better. But it's really up to us. We have to make our own bed and sleep in it. Yeah, Vicky, and that's cool. You just gotta be around. I tell people all the time, you gotta be around positive people and people who's gonna actually give a shit about you. Like if nobody gives it, people around you right now are not motivating you and not telling you, oh, go for it, Vicky, or we got your back, we'll help you, or just having words of encouragement is a task these days. People don't really care. Or people don't say, hey, hope you have a great day, or I wish you the best. How many people really genuinely mean that? Not many at all. Because people don't really care. They don't give a shit about you like that. And I realized that the hard way. But I genuinely do care about everybody to a certain extent. But if you're an evil, nasty person, I don't really give a shit about you. You can rot in hell where you're going anyway. But if you're good to me and I'm good to you, and I feel like I gotta help you, my intuition tells me to help you, then I will. But if you're just like one of these freeloaders or people who just want to be a friend to get shit, like that's not my type of person. You can go to the next idiot. There's another door you need to open. You can go open that one. Not mine. But it's difficult. It's very difficult for a lot of people who just don't understand. A lot of people just don't get it. Yeah, Ninja, you can have a card. Sure. I'll give you a message now if you want. Hey, Jessica, what's up, sweetie? How you doing? Yeah, they don't. Ninja, you have doubts. People depend on you. And get yourself balanced. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good as can be. I'm doing good. It's everybody around me. I feel like a broken record, but when I say that, but I'm okay. See, I'm the type of guy that I don't really complain about too many things, and I live my life according to the day, to the minute, to the hour. I try not to make too many plans, and I help everybody around me. But the people around me sometimes are the ones that have the problem, and I'm trying to help them. So I can't be Superman, but I sometimes try. You're welcome, Ninja. No problem. Yes, again. Vicky, would you like a message? If anybody wants a message, let me know. I'll pull you some cards. Sure, Jessica. All right, this says a breakup or a loss of something. So if you're not breaking up with somebody, then it's probably you're gonna lose something. complete and sudden changes, and test their sincerity. Yeah, well, communication is definitely yeah, sure, G. A lot of communication and rants and things like that. Some people think that they talk somebody's ear off. I talk a lot on here. I try to like communicate with everybody and let everybody know you're not the only one that goes through bullshit. Because a lot of people in this world think that they're the only ones, like that they're special, and somebody, you didn't go through as much as I did. When people start talking like that, that's selfish, because there's always somebody that's going through worse than you are. And everybody knows that's true. There's people out there who are still in slavery, people that get beat up every day, people that are treated like a piece of shit every day, people that get beat up every day, abused, disrespected, people that are fighting cancer, people that are fighting diabetes and have to stick themselves with a needle every day. Do you want that? Because if you do, it can be arranged. Keep fucking around, keep complaining. See, people got a good life and they just don't even understand that they do. They think their little petty problems is a big deal. Try poking yourself with a needle every day and having diabetes until you die. Try that. You want that life? Could be arranged. Think about that for a second. You're welcome, Jessica. All right, Vicky, you're next, and then I'll give you some cards too, G. And that's what keeps me going every day, knowing that God's blessed me health-wise to not have none of those diseases. And I never got COVID, and I never got a vaccine. And I told God, I had a moment. I prayed and asked Spirit and asked God, and Jesus said, look, use me as your example. I'm not getting that shit. You want to use me as your example? I don't care how long it takes. And I got slack from everybody. Everybody telling me, you're a fucking idiot. You're going to get treated like shit. My family was going to restaurants and I couldn't. And I was like, I don't fucking care. Fuck your restaurant. I don't care about family functions. I care about me. I'm not getting no goddamn vaccine. I'm not getting no COVID. You can go out there and go get it, not me. I'll stay home. That's fine. And I did it for 3 years and I don't care. Didn't change me. I'm still the same person 3 years ago I am now. But see, we all have choices. And I chose to do that. All right, Vicky. Just like how I choose to do something every day. Sometimes I don't feel like doing shit. Vicky, you are beautiful. Absolutely. Your finances will get better soon. And someone is spying on you. My mom had all of them. Just scared they don't take it. Selfish, but yeah. And that's understandable. I totally get it. Everybody's been through a lot of shit. But I'm talking about the people who I'm not talking about you in particular or anybody in particular. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that I know personally that complain about little petty things in their life. But there's so many people who are dying every day and you're complaining about a little petty job or a divorce or not having enough money or living in a shitty neighborhood. Are you serious? Don't you know there's people in the hospital, right? And want me to take you down to the hospital so you can give thanks for your life? I think a lot of people need to go to the hospital and take a tour and go into every room and say, I'm here doing a survey to see how many people are in the hospital and how many people got what and who's got this and who's got that. Those people can't go home. The hospital becomes their home. You want your home to be the hospital, or you want to go back home? My auntie just died on Sunday. She was 83. She had dementia and she couldn't really eat, and she was pretty much like her legs wasn't working. She lost all this weight, and she died of old age and just dementia and shit like that, right? God took her finally because she was in too much pain. She couldn't even eat. She couldn't walk. She was just sitting there like, just doing nothing. And I said to myself, I feel so sorry for her because she worked so hard and everything she wanted in life she pretty much didn't have. She had money, she had a house. Her husband died 15 years ago. She was a widow. Home all day, fucking nothing, like nobody around, no kids, in a big ass mansion and all this money in the bank. So she bust her ass because that was the memo. Bust your ass, work, get a house, get money, and then you die. Great life. You see? That's why I learned my lesson. Fuck that. I don't care about all that shit. Hey Virgo, what's up, sweetheart? All right, G, let me give you a message, bro. Thanks, Vicky. It's all good. She's in a better place now. That's the best part of it all. All right, G, better opportunities are coming. They really like you a lot. So somebody likes you a lot. And if you want to do something, just wait and try again at another time. So don't rush. Wait and try again. But you got an opportunity coming up. So that could be in love or work. Yeah, exactly, Vicky. And likewise, I've been on here on YouTube for almost 4 years now. You're welcome, bro. No problem. And I've been through a lot of bullshit on here, but I've never given up. Because that's what people want you to do. A lot of bad people want you to give up. And then you're still left with the same or more or better people. But you can't be with worse people than you're already at. But they're gonna come from time to time. Oh, I know. But I life goes on. I'm not the type of person that really cares about what somebody else is doing that I don't speak to no more. Yeah, sure, G, no problem. But that's the thing, I live my life like that, like I just said. I've seen my friends and my family pass away from diseases, from all sorts of things. It hurts to see them pass away from different things and knowing that I don't have none of those issues. So if I'm 46 right now and I don't have no diseases and I'm healthy, then I have one person to thank for that. God, for sparing my life. Because he's the only one that can take it. I'm on a list. Every single person in this room and that in this world is on a list. You're next. Your name's on a big ass list. And when you're next no matter what. You're gonna die. So I asked him if he can, leave me on the bottom of that list somewhere. Don't put me there no time soon, because I know life will go on without me. I know life will go on without me, but I don't want it to, I don't want the people to suffer without me. All right, G, I got your donation. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. We all have health issues from time to time. I'm not healthy 100% by no means. I need to lose weight. I need to eat a lot better. I know I can be a better version of myself, and I'm working on that. I'm trying every day to get better and to find another way. But that doesn't matter really because I can be healthy and still die. So, but I'm still gonna try to make sure I'm okay and make sure I'm doing the right thing, and hopefully I get rewarded, which I do because I'm living every day. Every day I wake up, I'm very grateful for that. All right, G, let's check. You want a love and a work reading. All right, cool. Don't worry, I do too. If it makes you feel better. Hmm. Okay. All right. All right, G. What I got for you in the work department in general is you might be bored with work, or you might just want make adjustments at work. If your work involves like a trip or something, you might be going on a trip for work, or you might be going away for work, like on some type of business trip. You might be traveling for work, or work can be. If it isn't travel for work, then it's probably like overcoming a difficult time at work. But you'll get success after going through a rough patch of work. Like if you're going, okay, so there's like a thing where you're gonna have to like make a transition. Yeah, and spirit saying that you might have to like make some adjustments at work, or like just feel regenerated, like just try and make yourself feel motivated. There could be a woman at work that's lying to you or not really trustworthy, or there's a woman at work that's inconsistent. Like she'll say something to you but not really do it. Could be your boss, or it could be somebody that you work with, a colleague or something like that. Could also be a client. Could be either or. It's a weird woman around you at work that you can't really trust. All right, so be aware of that. Um, but they're saying like you might be going through some type of change because you might feel bored. You might want some more excitement, or if you are having excitement and you're being like constantly on the go, then they're saying like try to like make a sacrifice and take care of yourself instead of working so much or doing too much. But they're saying that in the next couple of days, going into next month, that you'll be fine. Like things will feel a lot better. Things will be a lot smoother, not as crazy, and it'll kind of like get better for you personally. Work might still be crazy, but you yourself will feel a lot better. Like you'll have success after having anxiety or being busy or just making the adjustments that are necessary. All right. Now, as far as love, you might feel like lonely, or you might feel like confused. that nothing's going right. You could be single and just looking. Um, there is like a younger lady here. Like I would say, like she might be like 5 to 10 years younger than you, or she just be younger than you. Period. And she's kind of like a person who um, I feel like she likes you, but she just maintains peace with you. Like she wants to be peaceful and wants to like. I don't think she wants like a relationship because she's been through a lot of bullshit. Like she's been hurt, and she might talk to you in the near future, or she might be talking to you right now about her shitty relationship she had, or um, she might, like I said, there might be an age difference, or you might be younger than her, or she might be younger than you. But I feel like she's younger. Um, there's like an offsetting factor here. Like it's like she's trying to find her way. You might help her find her balance, but at the same time, like she's not gonna like she likes you, but I just think that she doesn't want to make another mistake, or you might not want to make the error of trying to deal with somebody who's already broken, and you might not want to deal with her because of all her issues. So I would just stay balanced, stay firm in your decisions. Just stay like aware that this person is not really relationship material at this present time, but she does like you or like talking to you. If this isn't happening, then it could happen soon, like next month. But if it is happening, just be very like aware that this person is like going through some shit, or they might not be totally honest with you, and they might like tell you something that you don't want to hear, and you'll be like, oh fuck, you know, here we go again. Another broken woman coming to me saying things and doing things that I don't want to get involved with. So there could be some mental anxiety here, confusion, distractions, like not wanting to make that effort because you know it's a mistake, or not willing to make the sacrifice to do that. So I don't know if this all made sense to you, G, but that's what I'm getting. Then this woman still is feeling like trapped. She still feels like tempted to do the right thing, but she doesn't. It's like she has no power, she feels weak. So she might be draining you, or like, coming to you for like aid, or for like, like just like comfort, and just trying to use you as her comfort blanket. Okay, Vicky, no problem, sweetie. Thanks. So G, just be aware of that. Just like know that this person is someone who is difficult, and they're not, you know, even though they like you, or they like talking to you, or like try not to allow them to use you, or like lead you on to believe that something's gonna happen, because it won't. Because the person's like just probably just feeding off of your energy, or want you to feel sorry for them. So just be kind of like, suspicious, and feel it all out, and don't like go all in, because you might get hurt in the end. All right, bro? But try to maintain peace necessary as possible. The necessary thing to do, what Spirit's saying, is to just maintain your peace. Like, say what you have to say, do what you have to do, and just disconnect from it. Don't like feed into like the sorry story, and bring out your violin and be like, okay, poor baby, let me take care of you. No. So you think you know? Okay, bro. I'm glad you know. But I'll leave you with that. Spirit saying, don't give it all your energy. Like, just don't get drawn into too much of the sob story, and like, it's if it's gonna be like kind of more activity with this person. This person's gonna be like, oh hey G, guess what? Blah blah blah. You're like, oh really? Oh okay, yeah. And then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, here we go. So yeah. But work looks good, bro. Work looks good. Just be aware of, like, untrustworthy person around you in work, which we all have. Um, it could be, yeah. It could be. Could be somebody that you know, and if they fit the description, then it definitely is, yeah. Um, yeah, it could be somebody from your past, somebody that you maybe broke up with, or someone that you know of, and they're just gonna see you and be like, "Oh, hey, G, what you doing?" and blah blah blah. So I would say yes, it's a possibility. I'm getting a yes. It is somebody from your past. Yeah. So confirmation, it is somebody from your past. It's someone that looks up to you and considers you like a security blanket. They consider you like, someone who gives them confidence, or they confide in you or something like that. So I would say it could be a past person, yes. All right, Vicky, you said uh, Phil, Leo, and I after his trip. I'm not sure what you're asking me. So you want to know about Phil, the Leo, and you after his. So after his trip is like something gonna happen between you guys? Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Oh, okay, cool. Just hope you don't catch a mermaid, because then he's not gonna want you after that. As long as you don't catch a mermaid. Sorry, I had to say that. Okay. All right. So I feel like he is gonna visit you after this trip, but it's still not gonna be 100%. Like, I think that he's gonna like visit you, but he's still going to be very narrow minded, and he's going to be complaining that he feels tired or he feels weak. And if he's a complainer, which I think he is, if he when he talks to you, if he complains about his life, or tells you that he can't see you because of this, or he can't see you today because of that, or I'm busy, I'm on a fishing trip, or I caught a mermaid, or some bullshit, he's going to continue to make excuses about um, what he wants to do. And it seems like he has no determination to, like, completely be with you like 100%. you know so like, I think he means well, but he doesn't say what he means. I think he's a person who appears to be saying the right thing and doing the right thing, but he's still like, talks out of his ass instead of his mouth. Like, you can't trust what he says because you're not really sure. You know. If you want to play around, I feel like that's still gonna be like, up and down. Like, I think that I just think that he's like a person who's very selfish. So you're gonna have to do everything on his time. If you just want to play, that's fine. You'll get play, but I feel like you'll get some playtime, but don't count on it always happening. Yeah, I mean, I do see you guys getting together in the next couple days and, possibly having some fun time. But I'm just getting that, like, don't give him any money. Like, if he asks you for money and shit, don't give him any money. Like, I just think that he doesn't have, like, if he's got D and that's it, then that's fine. But like, if he's like wanting something in return from you, like money or something, don't give him nothing. All right. Yeah, he might ask you for dough, or he might ask you for like money. He's gonna like give you a story where he's not financially stable, or he spent money here and there, and he doesn't know what to do, blah blah blah. So like, if he asks you for money, just say, look, I can't afford to give you anything because I have my own shit to pay. And after you guys play around and like possibly have sex, he might like bait you in to give him some money or something. So just be aware of that. But it does look like you guys will hook up in the next few days. Yeah, you're welcome, sweetie. Just be aware that, I know you want to like some, fun time, cool time, but I want to play. That's cool. That looks like it'll happen. But it's like, I just think that he might want more than that. Like, not relationship, but like want money, or like, manipulate you to get something. So just be aware of that. Hold on a second. I'm just texting my sister. Yeah, but it looks good though, Mickey. I just think that he's like one of those guys that are like, yeah, I'm gonna go get me some and see what else I can get, you know. So just make sure he's coming to get coochie and not coochie and money. But it's all good though. Sounds like it's raining again. The heck is that? It might be raining again. Sounds like it. I can hear something outside. No. Oh, it's got a little bit of rain around, yeah. Looks like we're getting some little. I can hear it. I knew it was raining. Getting like a little shower. Yeah. If you just give him Gucci, that's fine. But you know, you can do whatever you want. I don't. You know, I'm just warning you that he might want more than that. So just be like, no, bro, that ain't happening. Or if you want money from him, he ain't gonna give you no money either. So it could be the other way around. You might be like, look, I'll give you some coochie if you pay my bills, or I'll give you some coochie if you got $100, or you can, help me out here. I'm financially need some money. And he might be like, oh, hell no, I'll give you some D, but I ain't giving you no coochie. I mean, no money. I mean, so it could be vice versa. So, it's all good. I'm not judging you. That, if you want him to pay, then he's going to have to. Fuck him. Pay for it regardless. Okay, good. That's good. You got your money, then you're good to go. I know it's difficult sometimes, 'cause some people, want sex for money or money for sex, or just bribe you for, for sex or money or whatever. But, it's all good. I don't judge people who do that. You got to get it somehow. If that's the only way, then that's the way. Hey, Becca, what's up, sweetie? What's going on? So yeah, if you want it, if you're doing that, then that's good. I just think that the guy, Phil, whatever his name is, I think he's a bit selfish, or he will be selfish next time you deal with him. So just put him in his place. You know what I mean, Vicky? Just put him in his place. Just be like, look, you want the Vicky Licious? Then you gotta pink up. Where the dough at? Oh, don't think you get both around here. This ain't no 2-for-1 deal. Hell no. But hey, some people want to do that. Some people are like that. I know women be like that with me all the time. They be like, yeah, Mark got some paper. Let me see if I can rub this coochie all over him. See if I can get about $100. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't mind being a pimp. That's cool. That's good money. Honestly, if I was a woman, I'd be a stripper. I'd be making stupid money. I used to joke around and tell everybody I was a male stripper, but that shit was funny as hell. I used to swing on poles and shit. My friend comes in here from time to time and talks shit about that. So we have a good laugh. I always tease everybody. Yeah, hell yeah. I always tease everybody like that about past lives, right? So everyone's like, Mark, what were you in your past life? I said, in my past life, I was a male stripper, and I made a lot of money. I used to have like red speedos, and I used to like swing on a pole and have the money in between my speedos and hanging off the side like hundreds and fifties. And they always used to see my D dangling around, swinging around the pole and shit. I said that shit in here one day, and it stuck with a lot of people, and they used to tease the shit out of me all the time. I used to like, yeah. I just make everybody. I like making everybody laugh because people you like always talking about their past lives, and I'm like, no, bro. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Militongani down, if my meat hanging there for everybody to see. Nah, I'm just teasing though. I always joke around about it and say, I was a male stripper, back in my day, but I wasn't. But I always used to be fascinated with the whole idea of being a stripper. I can, Becca. It's up to you. I remember when I was like 21, I was allowed to go into a strip club, and I was in Atlanta one time, and I was with my friends, and then they was like, "Mark, you're 21, bro. You got to go to a strip club." I'm like, "Look, I don't want to go to no damn strip club. These hoes ain't taking my money and leaving me with nothing." I was like, "Yeah, man, come on, man. You gotta go. You're 21 now. You're allowed to get in the strip club. Come on, man, please." And I'm like, "Yeah, all right, let's go. Fucking, who cares?" And it was like a topless place, right? Where I didn't see no coochies. I just saw like, boobs everywhere. I went in there. I spent like $100 in like, cause it was like you spend $20 a song. And like this guy bought me a lap dance, and next thing you know, another one comes. I'm like, yo, 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 I don't want all these girls all living me. I don't know where the fuck they've been. I don't like all these dirty assholes around me like that. I don't like all that shit. So they was buying me lap dances and shit. I'm like, yo, 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 I don't want, no, I don't. And then next thing you know, I saw somebody I liked. And I was like, oh, yeah, hell yeah, come here now. How much you charge? $20 a song? DJ, let that song go the whole 3 minutes, bro. Put that shit on repeat. I started, getting drunk and stupid and shit. So it was fun. It was nice doing it back then, but I wouldn't walk into one now. Hell no. I have to go get some vaccinated coochie, because Lord knows what that shit's about now in them clubs. Yeah, that was a good old days, but yeah, I didn't really like going into those places too much because I always thought it was dirty. But it's good to have fun every now and then. At least when I was young, that was many moons ago. You said I need a real juicy. Oh yeah, me and my speedos. That's not really a good sight. That's a sight for sore eyes. I would never wear speedos a day in my life. Hell no. I ain't wearing no bull chokers. Fuck that. Yeah, you're damn right. All right, I'm gonna give you my bootleg deck. All right, Ninja. Ninja said she's leaving because she's getting sex excited. All right, I'm gonna give you a message from my bootleg deck. I ain't used this one in a long time. No problem, Ninja. Take care. Oh, you never heard of that before? I'm got a lot of lyrics now. You just gotta I have like a lot of sayings and stuff. Not things that I've made. Some I've made up and some I've not. Some I just don't remember and not to say like sometimes. But like before boxes came out, you had briefs, right? Before boxes, they were briefs. And I never wore boxes back in the day. I always wore briefs, right? Because that was like the thing. That's what my mom bought me back then, And I, when I was younger and whatever. So when I got older and then boxes came out, I started using boxes, obviously. But, then we used to say, yeah, these are called bull chokers. Shit was funny as hell. It's like our saying here. Fucking hilarious. All right, back and let's check. One. All adults. All right. Yeah, that's cool. You're still an adult. Once you're 21, you're an adult. You're good. All right. A water sign man that is clingy and wants sex, love, and romance. And also, there is a bold man that wants to try and see if you're interested. And this man says that he will eat and beat that cooch. So there you go. You said you wanted a juicy message, and on the bottom it says, "This man is not over his ex, so he's lying." You said you wanted a juicy message. You got it. He says he wants to beat and eat and beat that cooch. See that? Yeah, Mike. What's up, bro? That was good. Yeah, I'm happy, man. We guys won last night. Hopefully we win again. Yeah, it might be a bull guy, or he might be bull down there. Either way. You'll take an older daddy. Hey, well, you never know. Age is just a number, to some people. A lot of young women like older guys anyway, because the young guys are too like crazy. So you want to be, a lot of people want to be milfs, or gilfs. Yeah, I hope you guys come back and win, man. It'll be a hell of a thing. I feel like Boston can do it, Mike. I honestly feel like we guys can do it, because the basketball and sports is a game of runs. Sometimes you win 3, you lose 3, you win 4, you lose 8, you win 8, you lose 2. I was, bro, but guess what? It's $1,000 just for the basketball ticket, and that's like a regular bullshit seat. That's not like the real seats that I like. Hey, Virgo, what's up, sweetie? How you doing? Yeah, I know you do, Becca. That's why you wanted that message. I was supposed to go to game 1 and game 2. And they want to, look, it's $1,000 from here to Boston on JetBlue. $1,000 just for the plane ticket. It's a 2-hour plane ride from here to Boston. That itself is ridiculous. I've never paid $1,000 to go here to Boston in my life, and I'm not going to do it now either. Then it was $1,000 for the ticket with tax to watch the game on the side or behind the basket, which I don't do. If I'm going all that way to watch a game, I got to be center court in the club seats or somewhere decent. And if for a better seat, you're going to pay $1,500 to $2,000 for a game that they lost on top of that. So I was like, the hell if I'm spending $1,000 for a plane ticket, $1,000 for each basketball game, and $2,000 because it's $400 a night. If I were to go for 5 nights, it's $400 a night for the hotel that's right next to the stadium that I go to. So if I would have went, I would have saw 2 losses because they lost the first 3 games, and I would have spent $5,000 to $6,000. Hell no. I was like, fuck you and your game. I'm not going. I'll watch it on TV for free, right here on my couch, and that's it. It's ridiculous right now. It's like a lot of my friends were saying, I know you're good, Mark. You always go, and you can go now. And I'm like, yo, bro. Yeah, but the thing is, I got the money. Yes, you're right. But I can't justify spending $6,000 in 5 days. I don't even do that. Even if I was like ridiculously rich, I wouldn't do that. Like that's fucking crazy. Yeah, I might go though, Mike. I might go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a soccer game is a lot cheaper. But basketball games are expensive, believe it or not, because it's the playoffs and it's the Eastern Finals. But back in 2008, I spent $500 for a finals game. It was Celtics versus the Lakers. Virgo says it's not going to be a game 7. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. The way the Celtics are, they're up and down. So one day they're good, one day they're shit. But I'm not going away and watching no games because they're not good at home and they play like shit. And I was happy they won yesterday, yes, but I'm not spending all that money for a game that they're gonna lose and I'm gonna spend all this money for nothing. And that's not including me spending money on food and like, gifts and shit for myself. So that's like, I'm not spending no $6,000-7,000 for a couple days. That ain't happening. So the next game is tomorrow. And I was this close to booking my ticket, but it's the same price. It's like it's too ridiculous. And I don't know how the hell these people are paying that much money. It's like, are you crazy? Who the hell in their right mind's paying all that money for their damn game? Must be rich, not me. I'm nowhere near rich. I mean, I can afford to go, but that's a lot of money for a couple days. Now, if I was guaranteed that to see a victory, I would go. But thank God I didn't go because I would have saw 2 losses back to back and I would have been pissed. Because when I go and I see them lose, it makes me mad. So, and I don't really see them lose that often. When I do go, I get lucky. But something told me just don't go, Mark. Just stay home and wait. So if they do make it to the finals, which I highly doubt, but I have faith in them though, because they won last night. That gives me faith that they're gonna fight. And if they win tomorrow, I'll be like, oh shit, and everybody's gonna be like, oh shit, because they can do it. They have a better team than Miami. They really do. And I don't care what any Miami fan says. They know it's true. Celtics will kick their ass any day. But unfortunately, we're down 3. So, but now we're 2. So we're good. We'll be all right. If anybody can make the comeback, Celtics will. They're the comeback champs of this year. But we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Mike, I got your donation, bro. You can ask when you're ready. But yeah, I highly doubt it. All my Miami buddies have been teasing the shit out of me. So last night I got them back. But they said, yeah, you ain't got nowhere. You ain't got nothing. Even Virgo told me, see, there will not be a game 7. See? I got faith in my boys, though. I got faith in them. I got faith, though, man. See? There you go. Well, just imagine if I went and spent all that money on those 2 first games and I saw them lose at home twice. I would have been like, I would have never went back ever again. And that's why, like, I was kind of like saying I told my sister, I just have a bad feeling about this. I really do. And she was like, well, then don't go. I'm like, no, I'm not going to go. I'm going to wait. I said, look, if they make it to the finals in June, I'll go. She was like, okay, just do that. I was like, all right, cool. And then after those 2 games, I was like, see, I told you I shouldn't have went, and I'm glad I did. Tell your neighbors, shut up. That's what I do. But it happens, though. Sports and games are a part of life. You win today, you lose tomorrow, you lose, you win, you lose, you win. You just can't get really caught up in the moment like that. I don't really get like mad and like, break my TV or throw shit or like, rip my shirt off and like throw it in the trash and say, I'm not watching my team play. I'm not like that. Like I know the reality of the situation. You win, you lose, it's life. Just shut up and just watch it and go about your business. All right, Mike. He said, Sarah and I are in a weird spot in our relationship. Do you have any guidance? Right, things work out. Yeah, Mike. Well, you know what, bro? Like I always tell everybody, relationships are a 24/7 job. And my personal advice and my personal guidance is don't slack. You got to take care of him first. I tell every man that I don't tell women that, I tell men. You always gotta make things spicy. You gotta make sure you don't slack, you don't get too comfortable. Because when you slack off, when you get too comfortable, or even if you do too much and you're not getting nothing back, it's trying to tell you something. Like you just got like it's a 24/7 job, and that's why people can't handle relationships because they just can't do the 24/7 thing, or they feel like they do too much, or you're not doing the right things. Sometimes you just don't have to do nothing at all. But everybody's situation and relationship is different. Well, I still feel like it's gonna be up and down, Mike. And I feel like both of you have issues, and both of you are not seeing eye to eye. Um, but try not to be selfish and try not to like rile up her temper if she has a temper. Like if she is like, if she feels like if you feel like you trigger her temper, or you trigger her like mentality, or you judge her, or you like, if you're like coming across, if she comes across kind of narrow minded and know it all type of thing, just allow her to talk and just allow her to say whatever she wants. Like don't try to like cause conflict, or don't like feed the conflict. um it's like almost like don't try to like tell her what to do or what she should be doing. Allow her to learn from her mistakes. And sometimes, like, I know you might say to her, like, look, babe, you shouldn't do that. Don't even say those words. Just allow her to make the mistake, even though I know that sounds weird. But sometimes you gotta let people make a mistake in order to understand that, you've been knowing that it was a mistake, or you've been knowing you're gonna get yourself, it's not gonna work. But some people have to learn on their own. And if you keep trying to remind the person that they're making a mistake or they're not doing the right thing, then they're gonna keep doing it because they want to prove you wrong. So if sometimes silence is better than bullshit. Sometimes the best thing to do is to abandon the argument or the situation and just say, you know what, I'll let you be your own setback, your own downfall. If that's the case, I would say like refrain from trying to tell her how to live her life or what you think she should do. Now, if she asks you and you give her your opinion, that's okay. But if you're giving your opinion without her asking, or you're telling her that she shouldn't do something, then don't do that. That's just gonna make her more temperamental and more like, malicious or deceitful. So sometimes the less you say, the more you get. And sometimes the more you say, the less you get. So try to balance it up. I still think that there's like past situations that are still lingering between you guys, and that's gonna be like an issue in the next couple months. Like past things, or if you're bringing up past stuff, or past ways, or past relationships, past friendships, events that happen. Don't dwell too much on the past. Try not to talk about the past at all, because that's gonna trigger the stability of the relationship. And try not to like change anything that doesn't need to be changed. I would say like be a hermit, like don't say too much, just work on yourself, withdraw from any type of regression, or like withdraw from any type of like knowledge that that you need to just keep to yourself. Like just be cautious and discreet. Like keep shit to yourself. Don't like say anything that's gonna make her go off it. Things like that, bro. That's what you gotta do. Well, I'm sure she does, but Love is not love to some people isn't showing it. Love is saying it, or love is feeling it, or love is like, some people like lose their love because of the way somebody treats them. As far as like her loving you, she kind of doubts her love for you. She doubts her love for you. Like she doesn't know what to feel anymore because she feels like love for you is a sacrifice because of what's happened. Like she feels like you doubt her or you feel like she's lying. Like if you tell her, I think you're lying or you're not this or you're not, if you're bringing up the past and you're making her feel guilty, then how is she going to love you if you always make her feel that way? Now, that's if you're doing that. And if you are, that's going to be a problem. Um, but I do feel like she does, but it's on the like brink of like, I always feel like she feels that way about you. Like, does Mike still love me? I know he says he does or he shows me, but like I still don't know if he does because of my past. And I always told you that her mentality is like, is everybody out to get me? Like she feels like she has to change her life in order for you to like completely trust her and love her. I would say like, if she feels unreliable, then she's not going to feel like she's loved and she's not going to feel like she can love because to her I feel that if she lies to you or she has lied to you or she feels inconsistent and she's not pulling her weight or you're doing everything again and she's not, or like she's going through like constant transitions and constant like, I have to make a sacrifice, then her love is pending. Like it's one day it's yes and one day it's no and one day it's I don't even know how to love anymore. I think love is confusing to her now. So does she love you? I would say yeah, probably, but it's a I would say it's a convenient love. It's I'm gonna love you when I feel like I want to or feel like I have to or feel like I feel like maybe you don't because of what's happened in the past. Absolutely, Vicky. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely, Vicky. 100%. It does change because people change. I can change my mind. You can change your mind every day. I can be with you in a relationship for 3 years, and then I wake up one day and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be in a relationship anymore. But the psychic told you that you're going to be with the person for the rest of your life. But if that person wakes up and says, look, I'm done, I'm had enough, like I really don't want to be with you no more, then you're going to come back and say, hey, look, this person left me. It changed. And we change all the time. Everybody changes. We change grocery stores, we change clothes, we change jobs, we change how we look at things, how we view things. So yeah, everything changes. That's why it's so hard to predict things or like get a concrete answer on something. But the thing with tarot and stuff like that and energy changes, is if spirit is connected, if you come to me and you get, the right answers almost every single time, 90% of the time. Like say if somebody's coming to me for 3 years and they constantly get the right answers, and spirit has their back and spirit connects with me and you, and we have a connection that can't be broken, and you're gonna get the right answers and you're gonna get those, answers about the daily changes, and everything's going to change, and it's gonna actually correspond with the date. And then you get those people that are just gonna tell you that it does change, and they're going to say it does even if it doesn't, or if it doesn't, then it will. It's very difficult because it depends on the person. Because energy is people. So we can change. I can tell you, look, if you go out with this person, if you go out with Phil when he comes back from fishing, right? And I told you that, you might get some, and he's gonna ask you for money, and say you don't get none because you don't want to give him money. See? So the energy changes because he was hoping to get money and coochie. But you said, no, I can't give you money. So then he's gonna be like, well, I ain't giving you no D now. So that's where the energy changes, because the cards were saying that can happen, but it depends on that person, their attitude at the time. Usually when you get a reading, you're getting a reading about like yourself, or you're getting yourself and somebody else. So that's a double like energy. So either you can change or that person can change. So but if it's meant to be, it'll happen. You're welcome, sweetheart, no problem. So Mike, I hope that made sense, bro. Just my advice, Mike, is to like just don't expect too much from her because of what she's been through and what she's done. At the end of the day, you have to take care of you and the kids, and just allow her to make her decisions. Don't try and pressure her or defend her or keep, her around because you feel like you have to. She's a grown woman. She's going to make decisions, and sometimes, she has to learn lessons. You can only do so much, but it's that way. It's difficult, man. It's difficult. Yeah, of course you can change yourself. That's a part of being us, being people. Relationships are probably the most difficult thing in the world to deal with. And I feel like the longer you know somebody, the more difficult it gets, because you always have doubts, or that one thing that happens might like turn you off, or your mind plays tricks on you and say, I wonder if this person's doing this, or I wonder if this person's doing that. But you're never gonna know. Even if you trust somebody 100%, you don't know what that person's doing once you leave that person's energy. When you guys log out and I log out here, we don't know what we're doing, right? I can go do something crazy. You can go do something great. You're going to do what you have to do. I'm going to do what I have to do. We can say all this shit to each other in the chat, but who's to say it's real? Who's to say it's true? Who's to say you're lying? Who's to say you're trustworthy? You could be talking to some crazy ass person you don't even know, or you could be you really talking to a trustworthy, genuine person. So even when you're in a relationship with somebody, whether it's for a week or a year or 10 years or all your life, you're never going to know what that person's done, what that person said. And if you dwell on that, then you're not going nowhere. You're not going to have a good relationship because you're constantly going to think of the negative part and add negative aspect of it. Now, that's exactly why most people have problems, because they honestly trust that person 100% with the expectation that they're never going to do it, or they have to do what I do, or they should be doing what I do, or they should be like me. It ain't that easy. Well, Mike, if you love her very much, that's understandable. But love is shown in different ways, and love is different to a lot of people. See, love to some people is sex. Love to some people is doing shit for them. Love is buying shit for them. And love is just trust to some. And love is like, giggling, laughing, and going shopping with each other, and, things like that. See, love is defined in different ways. And I always say, if love is so nice, then why does it hurt so bad? Actions speak louder than words. Showing love is better than saying you love somebody. You can tell me you love me, but when are you going to show me you love me? That's the difference to me with love. I'm going to show you love, but are you going to show me love back? You can tell me, oh, I love you, Mark, you're the best, and blah, blah, blah. You rock my world, or, you bought me this, you're so kind. And what the fuck you doing for me? What love are you showing me back? Just by going on your knees or giving me the best sex of my life? That's not love. That's bullshit. That's lust. You see what I'm saying? So there's different types of love and different definitions of what you think love is. So you got to ask yourself, what is love for me? Everybody's definition of love and want for love is going to be different ways. And I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just trying to be real, because that's what love really is. Love to me is trust and honesty. If I can trust you, I will love you, and I'll show you love. And that's not with my dick. That's with my brain, my words, and my actions. See what I'm saying? That's the difference. But hey, I can't speak for everybody. Everybody has different love vibes. So Marky's the type of guy, I show love. Love to me is shown, not said. I've had people say, Mark, I love you, you're the best, and I love you so much, you do all this shit for me, and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, that's cool, but what about everything else? Do you love me enough to be with me forever and put up with my shit, or put up with my smell, or put up with my job, my what I like to do, my likes, my dislikes, the team I support, or my my parents, or my whatever? Like you gotta love. Love is like, you gotta love. You can love a person, but you don't have to love what they do and what they say and how they act. Like, that's what I'm saying. People use that word very, carelessly sometimes. But hey, I can't talk for everybody. Me, I'm a different breed. Love to me is shown. You show me love, I'm gonna show you the best love you can ever receive. Now, if you're showing me fucking disrespect, you're gonna get disrespect back. That ain't fucking happening. Yeah, exactly. You gotta learn your person's love language. Absolutely. But learning their love language also requires them to learn yours, Becca. So you can learn somebody's love language and then you understand how they love you and how they love period. But if that person got to understand your love language too, like how Vicky says, it's got to be both ways. And I've said since I've been on here, I've always preached, right? If you and my cards say it, if you're not getting 100%, then don't give 100%. If this person gives you 75%, you give them 75%. And then once they start to realize they have to give you 100% and be equal, then that's when love is concrete. Love is set in stone. It's you have the understanding that you have to put in the time in order to really mean and show what love is. Love is actions. You can say whatever you want. It's like you can tell me you got money, but show me you got money. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you I'm a good psychic, but I have to show you I am, right? Virgo, Becca, Vicky, Mike, you guys can all go around saying, hey, Mark and Mark's Terror, he's always right for me and he's a great psychic. Someone else can come in here and say, no, he ain't. He weren't right about me. You got me? But the action has to be shown. The action has to be shown. You can't go by what somebody says. Words are fucking nothing without action. That's why that saying has been around for years. Actions speak louder than words. I'm only as amazing as you. Yeah, more than words, exactly. But I live and die by that. See, I always show love. Like I always show people love. I just don't say love. Hey, Caden, Uncle Marky's here. Be a good boy, okay? Oh boy. Hey, Steven, how you doing, bro? Yeah, sure you can. I just have to send my nephew a PlayStation card. See, this is how I show love. He says, "Hey, Uncle Mark, I'll pay you tomorrow. I need a PlayStation card. Can you get me one?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure, bro." And then he'll say, "Love you, Uncle Mark," because I gave him something. See, because I got something for him. See how kids are? Well, he's not a kid; he's a teenager now. See, when anybody needs anything, it's always Uncle Mark. See, Mark this, Mark that. See, it's a never-ending story. And if I don't do it, I'm fucked up. I have to send him the code. It's a never-ending story for me. It's only May, and I'm already the uncle of the year. Did you know that? It ain't easy being me. It really isn't. All right. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, it is. I love my nephews, literally, and I'll do anything for them. And I don't have to buy their love. I show my love. And not by buying PlayStation cards. I mean, more than that. They're without a father right now. So I'm like the next in line. So Yeah, Vicky, I get it. That's for sure. Yeah. There's a song, Virgo. I can't remember who sings it. I think it's I gotta find it out for you. I'll send it to you. It's actually a reggae song. I listen to reggae and rap, right? So like there's a song that says if love is so nice, then tell me why it hurts so bad. And then like, if you understand like Jamaican, like it goes on and on and on. And it's like a guy who I gotta find out what song it is. I gotta find the guy's name again. I can't remember. But it's like a song where he says like, he wants the girl to prove his love because he's like a reggae singer and he's popular. So he says all the girls come to him, but he's saying like if love is so nice, then why does it hurt so bad? Because you girls are just coming to me for my money and my fame, and you're telling me you love me. So he's like dissing like how people use the word love. All right, Virgo, take care, sweetie. Have a good day. A good night, I mean. All right, Steven, no problem. Just let me know when you're ready. Yeah, it's not easy, dude. I think a lot of people have, I've watched a lot of people go through relationship issues, including myself. That's why I've been single for the past 5 years, and I haven't really gone out looking for any relationship. And I really don't care if I do or don't. And once you get to that stage in life where you don't really care, and if it happens, it happens, and if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. Then it makes you become a better person. It makes you realize that you don't need somebody to be happy or to complete you. I just feel like you just have to like, some people say, "Oh no, I have to have a relationship because I need to be held in my arms and I need sex and I need to be comforted and I need a person. I need it." No, 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 no. But you don't. But see, people just don't get it. They just think that it's like it's a label, like oh, you have to have somebody or else you're like you're a joke, or you haven't come out of the closet or something, or oh, you just can't get a woman because you're this way or you're that way, or if you're a woman, they're gonna say, oh, you gotta stop holding grudges on men. Not all men are the same, and go get yourself some dick and blah blah blah. Same shit every day. People just always constantly like, judging you because you're single. And then when you're in a relationship, they want to see you fail because you're happy. So it's like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Oh, you've been together for 20 years? Oh, I wish. Oh, you got 3 kids? Damn, how could you afford that life? You're constantly being judged, whether you're single, married, in a relationship, have kids, have a job, or if you have a house, or if you have a nice car, if you have a great life. If you have 2 kids, you're married, you both got a good job, your kids in a private school, you have a Mercedes Benz, you live in $1 million house, you're always going to get judged no matter how happy you are, or how mad you are, or how sad you are. But you got to say, fuck you and what you think, and I just got to do what's best for me. I want to be single, that's my choice. If I want to be in a relationship, that's my choice. And stop worrying about what everybody thinks about you. Fuck them and their feelings, and fuck them and their choices and what they judge you as. Who cares about people and what they say? Once you get to that point in your life, you'll be very, very happy. Just like me. I don't care. Say what you want. I don't care. Don't phase me. I'm gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna walk up these stairs and I'm gonna go to sleep. And you probably won't be because you're judging me and your life sucks. ain't my problem. Oh man, can't believe I've been on here for 2 hours already. Don't do it, Mark. Oh no. Don't be yawning like that, Marky. Not yet. Cool. I like that one. Adidas.com just sent me a big savings for all our members. Log on now and spend more money with us. No. Sorry, I don't need no more clothes. I don't need to spend no more money. Sorry, Adidas. I appreciate it. No thanks. Leave me alone. I'm gonna start telling them I don't want your emails. I can't be spending no more money on clothes. Sometimes I feel like I'm wrestling a damn woman. I got too much damn clothes. I got enough. Starting to get windy. It's getting windy. I like that one. Cool. I like that. Looks nice. Yes, sir. Make sure. Oh my God. All right. Let me see what I have here. See my dog? She's like literally hanging off the bed and has her head on the tile. She's something else. If anybody wants a message, let me know. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Steven. While I'm waiting, I can do messages if anybody wants one. Leave your limits behind. It's a cool shirt. Oh yeah, I even forgot I had the pink one up there. Yeah, I decided to get a little, a little flashy. Okay, no problem. No problem, Steven. All good, bro. All good, my brother. I'm just looking at clothes that I don't need. That's all. Clothes that I don't need. And I'm just putting them in my cart, just looking at them, just like, and then I'll analyze it and be like, no, I don't need it. And I'll just delete it. I honestly don't need no more clothes, but I have like an obsession with hats and clothes and sneakers and all sorts of shit. See, I was supposed to go away, but I didn't go because it was too expensive. So I said, fuck it, I'm not going to go now. The prices of everything is just ridiculous. So I'll wait till like I really feel like spending that type of money, which I don't right now. Prices of everything is high, so I'll just wait for like specials and shit. Specials are coming out guaranteed. I'm patient. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I see. So you gave him some of his medicine then. Sounds good. All right, let's see how he feels. All right, how does David? Mm, well, that's kind of weird because I think that he thinks I don't get nothing like seriously negative, but what I'm getting is he's kind of like maybe thinking like, you got your job, you're working, so you're financially getting stable. It's like you don't need him, like type of thing. You know what I mean? Like he feels like you don't need him. He feels like you got friends over. If it was more than two or three friends, then he's probably saying, I can't believe this guy had his friends here. Looks like he's having success. Looks like he's overcoming his anxiety. Maybe I'm the one with the problem. Like, yeah. So two friends. So I think that he knew, like I think that he's a little bothered by it, but like he wants to maintain peace with you. Like he doesn't want to start trouble. So he just said, you know what, maybe he needs these people around, or maybe he needs his job, his work to get himself better. Because remember, he's the one who pointed the finger at you and said you're the crazy one, right? So I kind of think that he's not really like mad or anything at you. I just think that he's kind of like happy deep down inside that you have friends and you are working, because at the end of the day, remember I told you it benefits him, because you got to pay him to live there, right? So he's kind of like, having some offsetting like factors and moments. Like he feels stuck because he's not getting the affection from you, the attention from you. So he's at a stalemate right now, but he's also wanting to maintain peace. I don't think he's gonna like say to you, "Hey, like, what the f are you doing? You're bringing friends around here, or why are you always working?" Like he wants to say certain things, but I think he's holding back because he wants to maintain the peace that he has with you right now, or at least he considers it peaceful. Like as far as like reactions and feelings, because we're asking about how he feels. So he feels like he wants to maintain peace with you and stay balanced and not argue with you, or not. I think that he feels more firm and more like calling a truce. Like, let me just leave Steven alone. He's working, he's got his friends over there. Yes, I wish that, maybe it was me that he was talking to, or maybe that we can be cool again, like how, things were in the past, maybe. But I think that he just genuinely feels like okay with it all. And he feels like you're trying to overcome difficulties. So I think he has a reality check, and that's how he feels about it. But I do feel that he's stuck. He still feels stuck because he's not getting any affection. And I think that he's being courteous. Like I think he's got courtesy, like, and say, you know what? He pays his way around here. He's got his friends. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm not getting involved. I really don't want to make any scene or whatever, or things like that. So I kind of get like a positive feeling this time around, Steven. Um, I know he seemed upset, but I don't think like I just think he's upset because you have friends and you're having a good time. Like I wouldn't say kind of like jealous, but not really. Like I don't get a jealous energy. I just get like a truce, like trying to call a truce and not make any fuss about anything. So I would say he doesn't feel that bad, or doesn't feel. I think him personally feeling like kind of stuck because he's not getting affection. But I don't think he's like pissed at you or something like that because you're working and you got friends over. I don't get that. So it doesn't seem bad, Steve. Yeah. Hmm. So what he's realizing about this situation is that he can't restrain himself because of you, or he can't feel sad, or he should stay out of trouble and not like lose his faith in you. I think he's surprised that you're staying busy and you're doing what you're doing. I think he's like surprised, but he's also like waiting for your downfall. Like he's waiting for like this so-called um opportunity, or like your future. Like he's waiting for you to like collapse. He's waiting for you to like break down, or he thinks that whatever plan you're doing or plan that you have is going to fail. But he's realizing that it's not failing, that you're getting better and not worse. So he thinks you're being brave. He doesn't know what you're doing, but he kind of like assumes he knows what you're doing. But he's realizing that by you taking action, he should be taking action in his own life. And he realizes that you're not the person who he thought you were, and that your opportunities and your future is getting better. And you're showing him like, hey, I got friends over, I'm working, I'm staying busy. Hey, look at me. I'm not this person you said I am. So he's realizing that he's wrong about you, and he's realizing that he can't restrain himself from um he can't restrain himself. Like he can't feel like he's stuck. He's got to like do something to make his life. I think that what you're doing now is going to motivate him to do better things for himself, instead of watching you and worrying about what you're doing all the time. So I think he's realizing that this situation that you're in is rubbing off on him, and he's going to try and make his life better. So I know that sounds kind of different from all the times I read for you, but that's what I'm getting, Stephen. It's kind of weird, but good though, you know? I think that is like, I also feel like because you've taken action and doing what you want to do. Yeah. And I think that, I know you think the worst of him, like, and I think you guys both feel the worst of each other, or think the worst of each other sometimes. But I think that because you're being strong and your things have been good for you lately, that I think that you're rubbing off on him. Like he's saying, you know what? Look, Steven's doing good, and I'm kind of like, I'm not really gonna hate on him, like, but I'm kind of like waiting for him to like fuck up, but he's not. He's actually doing good, so I should be happy for him and should follow his footsteps. So I think he's surprised that you're actually doing good for the amount of time you're doing good in. So it's weird. It's a different energy today. Like I just get, positivity from him. I don't think that he hates you or like despises you or anything like that. Even though sometimes like I did get like a vengeful type of energy or like a fucked up type of vibe. But I think that, some people, they change and they just feel like, you know what? I just think that he had one of those moments recently where he said, you know what? Why am I going to be mad at this guy? He's trying to better his life, just leave him alone and let him do whatever he wants. I don't fucking care. As long as I get my rent money or whatever I have to get from Steven, then he does whatever he wants. So I think that you're kind of like showing him that, hey, I don't need you, bro. I'm good. I got a job. I do what I have to do around here. I got friends coming over now. I don't need you, bro. And when you show people you don't need them, and that's when they realize, like, okay, he don't need me now. I'll go about my business. So that's the vibe that I'm getting here. Is that like he's waiting for something to happen bad because that's how he feels. But at the same time, he's like, you know what? I'm okay with Steven doing whatever and being happy. That's cool. Yeah. So that's the type of vibe I see from him. It's nice though. I like seeing that. It's kind of like weird, but because of what I've read for you in the past, it's not really been that type of vibe. But I think he's finally like realizing that he shouldn't be worried about what you're doing or what you're saying, and as long as you're not affecting his life, which you're not, you're like, I wouldn't say affecting it in a good way, but like you're showing him that, hey, look, I don't need you, bro. You know, I've got friends, I've got job. I don't care about you. You need to care about, worry about you. So I think David's feelings about you are not bad, not good, but just neutral now. I think he's accepted the fact that, you know, it is what it is, and I just gotta go about my business. No problem, Steven. Thank you. I appreciate that. I knew you were gonna ask me that. I kind of feel intuitively that something's up with them. I was thinking about that just now. I was like, something's got to be up with them because when he's around him, I feel like it's a bad influence, or maybe nothing's going on between them, I guess. Or maybe there's like a dry spell there where they're not speaking, or I don't know. Let's find out. That's interesting. Guess my intuition was right. Okay. I think David is very suspicious and doubtful about Leandro right now. He finally realizes that Leandro is a shady character. And I think Leandro has been very timid and fearful of David because David's probably laid down the law and said, hey, look, you're causing me money. You're costing me loss. You're like a bad luck type of person for me. Like, I'm going to have to make a change here. You're either going to have to change your ways or I'm going to change mine. And there's like a denial going on, like a self-denial. Like, I think David is, whoever's the one who has a beard, there's somebody with a beard. Like, I see a guy with a beard and he's living in denial, like self-denial. Like, he's like, I have to be cautious. I have to be this. I have to be that. Or I have to really like watch what I say and watch what I do because if not, it's going to catch up to me finally. Yeah, so if Leandro has a beard, he's living in denial. Like, he's like the person who's being very cautious, and he might withdraw from talking to David for a while, or like they might like have like some beef, or they might like go at each other because of money. If they deal with each other when it comes to money stuff, then something's gonna blow up in in his face about that. And he's kind of feeling like David feels like Leandro is holding back from him and not telling him the truth about something. So that's where the doubt and the suspicious and the timidness, and he feels like, this guy he's acting shady now. Yeah, there's a money issue going on here that's got to be solved, and I think it's not being solved. And like David's finally realizing, like, you know what? I'm fearing that this guy is not going to give my money back, or he's not going to like pay me. And there's like a discrepancy going on between both of them. And like I think that David thinks that Leandro is a bad investment. It's a bad bad luck to him right now because he's lost money off of Leandro. So there's a little transformation going on between these two. It's not looking good for them. It's like I think David's starting to realize that Leandra is not the right person he should be around or deal with. He's starting to look at him as a fear, and he's gonna hold up his guard and be like, you know what, I can't deal with you unless you change your ways or you give me my fucking money. Something's going on there, Steven, between these guys. I get a lot of money and a lot of denial, a lot of cautiousness. I get a lot of like gossip, maybe he heard some gossip. Like Leandro maybe was talking shit about him and he heard something and he's like, yeah, you know what? You've been talking shit about me. You told so and so about me. Like if they hang out around another mutual friend, this guy could have said something to him. Like could have said, hey, oh, what's going on with you guys? And he's like, yeah, he did this, he owes me money and blah blah blah. So then the third person went and told him, and then him told him, and then it got back to him, and then the gossip could have been some gossiping going on between them, and it got back to him. That's what I got. So he doesn't feel very fond of Leandro right now. He thinks that he's being shady. Yeah. Well, like I said, the guy with the beard, I get a guy with the beard is living in denial. And he's like, bullshitting David. So if Leandro is the beard guy, then that's who it is. It's Leandro is the gossiper. He's talking shit and he heard something, David heard about it. And then like now there's like discrepancy going on between both of them. I think David fears the worst when it comes to Leandro. But well, what goes around comes around, bro. Yeah. And if I said it and someone else said it, then that spirit wants you to know that that's what's happening. So I like to hear when another reader says almost the same thing, because it's like pretty much spirit working on the same answer. That's a good thing, though. If you hear the same thing, then it's pretty much true. It's just spirit working together to get the right answer, which is good. I like that. What happened between us and more I stay out for work? Working on weekends now, more often and consistently. Yeah, well, I'm glad work is going good for you, bro. That's nice, man. I'm happy that you got work, and no matter when you work, at least you got work, That's nice. I'm glad it's worked out for you. I'm glad you got a job, man. Hopefully it's going good for you. Hopefully your job is good. But hey, at least you got one, and it's you're working now. Working late, making that dope. That's nice, man. I'm happy for you, man. I'm proud of you, Steven. That's good, man. Keep it up. That's good, bro. All right. So what I'm getting here, what's going to happen between you guys is he's happy that you're working. Like he doesn't care. Like I don't think he cares too much if like what's going to happen between you and him is he's going to be like, hey, I think when you're out on weekends, he's going to like doubt that you're working, but he's going to find out if you are. Because he thinks that you have a new interest, like a new lover or a new person in your life. So he's going to be like, why all of a sudden Steven is like, he's going to be in speculation mode. So if you don't say anything to him about Like if you don't physically say to him, "Hey, David, look, I'm going to be out on weekends because I'm working." Now he might, if you do that, if you were to do that, right? Then he'll like be suspicious and be like, "Yeah, he's just telling me that he thinks he's working. He's probably not working. He's probably with some other person. He's probably got a new love interest or whatever." He's gonna think that. Like he's gonna think that you're lying to him and like you're not really working. You're actually, saying you're working, but you're not. He's gonna think that at first. But then once he finds out that you're actually working and you're doing like work, when he finds out, I think he's going to try and find out if you are really working. So I think he's gonna do a little spying, or he might follow you, or he might say, "Hey, look, David really is working, Like, this is good for me. At least I'm gonna get my rent money. At least I'm gonna be, look, at least he's working. That's cool. At least I know he's not with somebody else and he actually is working." So he's gonna be like, kind of like saying, "Okay, that's cool, whatever. He's doing what he's doing. I'll leave him alone. I thought he was being, dishonest. I thought he was lying to me, but he really isn't lying. He really is working." And I just think that he thinks that you're lying to him and you're just like saying you're working, or you're like you are but you're not, and then like he thinks you're with somebody else. So I still think that he's gonna be like, spying on you or trying to find out information about you. Or he if you guys have a mutual woman friend and like he asks her, you know, right, but he wants to find out what you're up to. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he wants to find out if you're with somebody, like if you're lying to him or whatever, like saying you got somebody you don't, or he wants to know if you're up to something, or you got some like, person that you're interested in. But if you have, I was gonna say, if you guys have a mutual woman friend, right? If you have a mutual woman friend, he's gonna think that she's lying on your behalf, like, saying, "Oh yeah, you're probably lying because you don't want me to know about him," or something like that. Or like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like I get like a feeling where he doesn't trust what you're doing, or he doesn't trust what you're saying. So if you have a conversation in the future and you say, "Hey, look, a reason why I'm not home," if he says, "Oh, you've been out all weekend, man, you working, what you doing? You with somebody? You found somebody?" And you're gonna be like, "No, I'm working." And he's probably gonna be like, "Okay, well, I heard from this chick that he really is working. I thought she was lying to me." So he might ask a mutual woman friend about if you are working or something. So he's gonna think that she's lying at first, but then like I think he's gonna do a little, you know, digging and find out that you actually are working. And work is gonna be very good for you, by the way. In next month is gonna be very profitable for you. Um, because at the end of the reading here, I got the Ten of Pentacles, and that tells me that in the next 30 days it's going to be very profitable. Work is going to be good for you, and you're going to make good money. So with all your gigs and all your jobs, you're going to be fine, financially stable next month. And I'm happy to hear that. You got good cards tonight, Steven, but everything's good. Like I don't get your energy being bad. I just think that there's, certain people around, like Leandro, David, and this chick that I see here. They're the problem. Like, they're like just weirdos and shit, just trying to find out shit about you or gossiping and talking shit. When you start to when you're on your grind and you're doing the right thing, people are gonna hate on you. People are gonna be wondering what you're doing. That's a normal thing. Yeah, I think that you're gonna be offered a job, or offered money, or offered like a lot of work in the month of June. So be prepared in the next week or so to get like an offer. And it's gonna be for like good money. You're gonna make good money. And if you're doing this, I think you said here, I got a solid gig at a new bar. So a bar if you're at a bar and you're making money, you're gonna make tips. So you might be making good money on tips when you do work at the bar. That's what I'm getting. I'm seeing like favors, like tips. So when you do work at this new bar, be prepared to get tips, money, and for your service and for your politeness and for the way you are. So it looks good for you, Steven, and I'm happy for you, bro. I hope it works out. And I see good cards here. I can't even lie to you. I don't lie to you anyway, but I just see like gifts and gratification and like money things happening, like good things. So that's good, bro. Looks good for you in the upcoming days and month. June seems like it's gonna be your month. So even if you're applying for other places for day work, you looks like you'll be getting it. Yeah, it's got to get bad before it gets good. That saying sticks to me, because it happens to me as well. It happens to everybody. Sometimes it's got to get really shitty before it gets good. Oh, well, that's what it is. Then you'll be getting gifts for your birthday and like favors and money and shit like that. So that's cool. Yeah. So that makes sense then. Duh. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna have a good month, man. It looks like birthday is gonna be good, money's gonna be good, favors, gifts. Like people are gonna be generous to you. So people will be interested in talking to you, and it's gonna be sociable and nice, and people will be like offering you things. You're gonna be surprised. You're gonna be like, fuck. It might be your best birthday ever. I hope it is. I'm wishing that for you. So hopefully you get that, man. You deserve it. Everybody deserves a little happiness every now and then. So yeah, enjoy it, man. I know I've been reading for you for a while now, and I know you've been struggling. I know you've been through your shit. So it's good, man. I see good cards. This is probably the most positive reading I've had for you since I've known you. I get happy when I see that. I like that for people. I finally like seeing people come around and get what they deserve. You're welcome, bro. No problem. Thank you. Things are gonna be better overall, man. Trust me. Everybody's the people who have suffered this year, they're gonna start getting what they deserve. It's already happening to me, and by the looks of it, it's happening to you too. So that's a good thing. Hey, Monique, how you been, sweetheart? Long time no see. How's it going, sweetie? Monique. It's going well. Good to hear. That's wonderful. I like to hear that. I'm glad. I miss you too. I'm good. So glad to see you. I've been seeing a lot of my people that used to come in here. Hat game's always on point. You know that. See the collection. I'm upgraded. I got some new ones here and there. I'm gonna get some more though. I'm always trying to get something. I gotta keep the hat game going. There's always another one I have to get. I'm just kind of like turned down a bit. I don't really want to get too much. I want to wait till I go away on a trip. I'm supposedly gonna away next month or the month after. I'm saving my money for my vacation, and when I go shopping, I'll buy some hats and some new gear and stuff. Yeah, why not? I treat myself. Life's too short. Yeah, it's all good. We have to treat ourselves. Have fun, pamper ourselves. I used to tell people, I tell people all the time that 20 years ago I could never afford what I have now. I didn't have what I have. I didn't have what I have now that I had 20 years ago. I couldn't imagine having this 20 years ago, like all these cool hats and clothes and sneakers and all sorts of shit. I had to pay bills, and life was a lot different 20 years ago. I had more responsibilities and more things. But now I'm freer and I have less to worry about, less to do, and more for me. I actually, since I've been on here, I've learned to pamper myself. Yeah, growth. And not only growth, I would say, like, realizing that life is, not always about giving. It's about receiving and giving to myself because I deserve it, since I've been on here, I've gotten so much gifts and gratification shown towards me. It made me humble. It showed me, like, life is more than giving. I should be receiving as well. So it's so nice to be it's so nice to have people like to show me love like that. It's nice. I love it. I find these past 4 years, I actually received more than I gave. So it's overwhelming sometimes. Sometimes I feel like it's like not even real, but it's good though. Yeah, I appreciate people who appreciate me, and it's like it keeps me going. Hey BT, I'm doing good. Okay, no problem. I haven't got the ping yet, but it should be coming through. But yeah, Monique, we live and learn. We're at the age where you you learn from your lessons and you start to like understand that it's not always about everybody else. It's got to be about you too. Okay, there it is. Thanks for the donation, BT. You say here. Let me see what. I was reading about how Eric thinks about you. We actually had talk at work last time. He seemed to be nice and showed me stops, but then feels like he hides himself from me here and there. Is this the guy that you work? Yeah, it's the guy you work with. Yeah, it's the guy you work with a lot, right? All right, let's see what his feelings are. Okay, cool. All right, let's check. Okay. All right. Well, it seems like he's being honest, with you. It seems like he's being conscientious, and it seems like he's being mature and friendly. He wants to be friendly to you. He wants to be, he wants to show sympathy, and generally, he wants to be like a good person. And I feel like he's smart and he can like, he knows that, he has to be the more mature one. I think the confidence factor is also a thing here, but I feel like he has new plans, and he looks at you as somebody who is reluctant though. Um, he thinks that he feels like you can't make decisions without him, or you can't make decisions without him. Like he doesn't think that you can proceed without making a decision, or you're indecisive, you're reluctant, or you just don't want to do something because you know that if you fuck up, it's going to affect you or affect him. So this kind of like a yeah, I feel like there is less tension because of him, but he's still like he still feels like you need work, and he knows that, but he doesn't hold it against you. You know what I mean? I feel like he's going to attempt to bring you more confidence because you're uncertain. But he thinks that you're not quite ready yet, but he's going to be working on you as much as he can. Um, I also feel like next month is going to be a lot better. I think that he's going to begin. It's going to be more meaningful between you guys, and it's going to be more of an adventure. You're going to gain from his creative ideas, his friendliness. I think he's going to be a lot more friendly to you because he realizes that you're. I just think that he looks at you like you're not quite ready, but you are learning from him, correct? So like I still feel like he feels like I need to be very certain on how I make my day with her and how I proceed with her, because I don't want to make her feel nervous or upset, or I don't want things like that. And he doesn't want you to gossip, or he doesn't want to hear any gossip because people might talk about you guys or something like that. So he doesn't want to cause any like problems. But I do see that he's happy though. Um, being, you know, yeah, I think that he realizes that he has to work on you and work on like showing you the ropes, and he knows that it's probably difficult for you to do certain things, so he's like being patient. He's going to be more patient with you. Like he has new plans and he's going to run these plans by you, but he still thinks you're not completely ready. Like he doesn't want to like make you feel bad. Like he still thinks that you need work, but not in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like I just think that he just like says to himself. I honestly feel like he says to himself, like, yeah, he avoids gossip. I got gossip here, in the cards. But I mean, I think that he's going to like start to begin to. I think if you guys are gonna do a new project or something, or you guys are gonna do something new soon, he's gonna be like, "Do I really want to put this on BT or what? Like, is she ready for this, or should I be like, should I like really, is she gonna f this up, or should I trust her doing this, or can I trust her?" Like, I think he doubts things with you. Um, but just be open, just be open to like wanting to do more. Like if he says, "Hey, you want to do this?" Don't say, "Well, I don't know if I'm ready." Just say, "Yes, let's do it. Let's just show me the way." Like, just be more attentive, be more active. I feel like I've told you that before. Like, just be yeah, be more creative. Like, try and like help yourself. Like, I don't think like he has too much. I don't think he has complete confidence in you yet. Like, not in a bad way, but I don't think he has the balls to tell you. But he's gonna be like, you know what? Everything's going okay, even though I'm not completely happy, but I know that she has good intentions. Yeah, like he knows you have good intentions. He knows you're reasonable. He knows like you have the proper balance, and he knows that, you take his advice and stuff like that. Um, but I think he's going to continue to put effort into you until you succeed. And I feel like that's coming. Yeah. Like he doesn't want you to make a mistake and then your confidence level goes back down. Like he doesn't want to hear bad news about you. I think he genuinely really does care about you and cares about your well being. I just think that he's not completely confident that, you're ready for the next step yet, if that makes sense. I think that like he's gonna be kind of like, okay, I can't let her do that yet because that's gonna like if she fucks up, this is gonna cost us money or time or but I'm gonna give her the right advice and I'm gonna make sure I put some actions towards her to make her feel like, she can really do this. So I think that you're gonna be challenged by him to do a project or to do something where he's going to give you like more tasks or more like responsibility and he's going to see if you can do it, but I think he fears the worst. But not in a bad way, but like yeah. But I think that the effort will continue on his end towards you. Like as long as the effort continues, and I think you guys will be all right. To be honest, BT, I don't get nothing seriously negative. I just think that, the energy is like kind of stagnant, but like there's like a doubt in the back of his mind. Like, is she really ready? Or is she gonna like come to me and say, hey, look, I made a mistake. I made a stupid decision. Like he doesn't want to hear any gossip or anything bad about you. But I do genuinely feel that he's going to give you more advice on how to go about your day and to go about your job. Yeah, I feel like maybe both of their energies are the same when it comes to you. That's why it may sound the same because two people can think the same about you, even though they're not the same person. You know, me and my sister can think the same about our brother because we both look at him the same. So the energy will come up the same, if that's really the case. So if we pick up on his energy, it's probably picking up like the same energy. And he might think the same way about you. Like his intentions about you might be the same as your supervisor. That could be possible. If it sounds similar, then it could be because it's a similar energy. Good. As long as it makes sense and I'm not sounding like I'm gibbering and jabbering and gibberish, then we're good. But I don't get nothing bad. I just think that, he doesn't want to hear any gossip or he doesn't like want to hear anything bad about you. So I think genuinely he does care about you and he does want the best for you. I think the age factor could be that too, like, Yeah, I just think that because maybe the age difference or just the experience level is a factor. But it's nothing. Of course they're going to be afraid of you making mistakes because I think because you're in their department and you work with them. Yeah. So that's the thing. It could be that a lot of things, a lot of factors, but I just think it's about indecision, like not wanting to make a decision or not wanting to make something like concrete and making and being indecisive and saying, okay, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, okay, yes, 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 no, no, no. Like I don't think there's like a concrete level of um, decisions in the day-to-day job. Like things change probably, or people change their minds, and then you have to change yours, or you have to change the way you're doing something because someone changed their way, or it's not the same every day. So they're worried about your decision making, is what I want to say. So if you have to make a decision, if they tell you, hey, look, you got to do this, this, and this, yeah, that's pretty much like, yeah, you need to prove that you're capable, right? But you got to prove not only because you're capable, because what I'm getting in the cards and overall is they want you to be capable to make the right decision. So if they're not around, you got to make the right decision, and they're worried about your decision making. So in your job, you have to tell yourself, I have to make the right decision. And if I make the right decision, then that's your proof of capability. And that's what the cards are saying. They want you to prove the capability of decisions. Decision making is what they want. With no mistakes. But that's hard sometimes, because we go out on a limb and make a decision because we feel it's right, but really it's wrong. So they're worried about decision making, indecisiveness. And yeah, prove that you're capable, of course. But life is all about proving yourself. I have to come on here every night and prove that I'm a real psychic. I have to prove that I have real clients that have, that sit there and tell me that I'm right. I got to prove myself every time I come on here, no matter what. Because people can be in the background saying, this guy's good. He's telling these people shit and it's working. And then there's somebody can come here and say, oh, yeah, he's full of shit next. So you have to prove yourself. We all have to prove ourselves because the world we live in is doubt. The world we live in is lies. So people don't really know who's really trustworthy. They have to prove themselves every day. So no matter what, every day we go to work, we have to prove our abilities and our capabilities. True? Yeah, and that's okay. It's good learning. If you're learning, that's a good thing. If you already know, then there's nothing else to learn. Yeah, I feel like they do. Yeah, they do, but they just don't want nothing bad to happen to you. They don't want you to make the wrong decision and then make a mistake and then feel guilty. Like I think they generally both care for you and both care that you make the right decisions. And if you feel less tension now, it's because you're getting better. You're not getting worse, you're getting better. But they still have it in the back of their mind, look, hey, look. She's learning. We'll give her the time and day and we'll give her advice and we'll make sure she's okay. But fuck, I hope she doesn't make the wrong decision. Like that's the attitude and the vibe and the energy that I feel. It's not like, oh God, we got to get rid of BT. She's a joke. Like I don't see that. I just think that they want you to be doing the right thing for the good of the company and the good of their job, and so they don't get in trouble either because he's your supervisor and the other guy's your coworker, so they don't want to look bad on your behalf and they don't want to you look bad on their behalf. So my advice to you, BT, is to continue to learn but continue to be capable and make the right decisions when you're called upon making decisions. Whatever's working, stick to it. Whatever doesn't work, don't do it. And another thing is like, I feel myself like a bomb ready to explode. Yeah, but be explode in a good way though. explode your energy into a bomb that you don't want nobody can touch. Yeah, but that's normal for people, you know. People are always worried 24/7. Let me tell you something. I've proved myself to many people, and they still worry if I'm going to, get zapped with electricity or fuck their house up. It's just a part of life. And I look, I'm older now, and I'm experienced. I have 25 years of electrical experience, but people still think that, hey, look, this guy might fuck up my house or fuck up my fan or my lights. Everybody's still gonna doubt you and worry about you, no matter how experienced you are or how much you're learning. There's always gonna be that one or two idiots that's gonna make you doubt yourself or make you worried or make you want to be like a bomb ready to explode because you're like, yo, fucking leave me alone. I know what I'm doing, damn it. I'm not stupid. But, you know, it's people. It's like my friend said years ago, there's people out there. So as long as there's people out there, we're gonna have a problem. But I don't get nothing bad, BT. I know you're checking for your own, you're checking to see what's going on, but I don't see nothing bad. My advice, like I said, is to do your job, do it well. If, like, what I want to end off saying to you is this: if you're not sure, then ask. And don't feel like, nervous or worried, or don't feel like you're bothering them for the answer, because no answer is an answer, and an answer can make things better. Like, the right answer can make you get the right situation better. So there's nothing wrong with one thing about me. The reason why I learn a lot and I know a lot is because I ask questions. Everything that I know how to do, I've asked. I said to this person, hey, look, how do I do this? How do I do that? Today was a perfect example. I went to a flooring place to get some flooring stuff. I'm not really into flooring. I don't really do flooring like that. But the woman and the guy said, look, anybody can do it. It's really easy. All you need is this, this, and this. And I said, I have all the above. I said, I'm not scared to do it. It's going to be something else that I can put in my, under my business. I can do flooring, which I've done before with other people, but I've never done by myself. So I'm about to put in some vinyl flooring in a bedroom, and I don't care. I'm going to do it. And when I'm finished, I can say I know how to do it. It came out fine, and I can do it for somebody else and make money doing it for somebody else. Right? So it's a process we have to go through. The more you learn, the more you earn. You're welcome, BT, anytime. Sometimes they give different answers, and I listen to the other question, my decision, but I cannot tell the truth overall. They just want to help. Yeah, I know it's kind of like, annoying, but I think that's the biggest issue is the indecisiveness. But the first thing you think of should be the right answer. So the first thing that you have to go with your intuition. If you feel it's right, do it. If you don't feel it's right, then doubt it and don't do it. Like, look to your mind and say, what is right? Should I do that? Or should I do this? Okay, my mind's telling me do this, so I'm gonna do it. And once you believe your mind and believe what you're doing is right, then it's gonna be easier the next time, the next time, the next time, and the next time. And then the more you believe in your mind and what it's telling you and your intuition, the better you get. I do it every day. There's voices in my head saying, Mark, don't get that shit. Mark, yes, do that. Yes, get this. Or yes. Or no. So whatever I'm hearing, I'm going with it, and it's usually right. 90% of the time. 10% of the other time is doubt. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I've been on here for 3 hours. I can't believe it. And I came on early. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. It was good seeing you, BT. Wishing you all the best always. Keep your head up. Stay focused on what the real thing you have to stay focused on, and that is learning and learning from mistakes and learning from the people who know more, and just keep learning and keep keep the faith and just go with your intuition and don't make any decisions unless you know you have to. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Appreciate you. Take care.